Time to find out who's going 1 of 1.
With the first pick of the 2025 MLB draft, the Washington Nationals select Eli Willits, a shortstop from Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma.
This is breaking news. Eli Willits is the #1 overall pick. He's the youngest #1 overall pick in MLB draft history. 17 years old, originally says the top player in the 2026 class, reclassified, and he won 6 state Class B championships in 3 years at Fort Cobb Broxton High School, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring. He was committed to Oklahoma. His Sooner days are never going to happen. The #1 overall pick is Eli Willits. Dan O'Dowd, sink your teeth into this.
Well, it tells me 2 things. First of all, they're getting a really good player. I mean, he's a switch-hitting, pure shortstop, elite defensive actions. I think he sees the game really well as a player. I love his bat-to-ball skills, his pitch recognition, how he gets on plane way earlier. I mean, it's a projection, though, on a 17-year-old kid from a physicality standpoint to ultimately, how high his ceiling was going to be. So that's the one thing it tells me. The second thing it tells me, the Nationals are looking at this draft from a totality standpoint. Is that, how do they utilize this pick to set up the rest of their draft as it relates to the bonus pool money that they have to work with? So I think that's the 2 stories that I come out of this selection with.
Yeah, you're talking about a 17-year-old. I remember being in the Seattle Mariner organization, and we drafted a 17-year-old named Ken Griffey Jr. So that was a great pick at 17. I think it's a totally different player. We'll see how this develops. Interesting pick.
It's shocking. Carlos Collazo, I want to go to you on this. Fans are initially going to go, okay, so they cut a deal. This is a financial decision. What do you think of Willits going #1 overall?
I think it fits perfectly. I mean, he's #3 on our board. We think he's the most well-rounded player in this class. There's no real question mark or hole in his game that I see. It's above average or solid tools across the board. I think he's an above-average hit. I think he's above-average defender at shortstop. He's a plus runner. He's going to get nitpicked a little bit on the power department, but I think he's got enough bat speed. He has enough feel for the barrel that he's going to get solid power moving forward. I think this is one of the safer profiles of the hitters in the class, and who is always in the mix. I'm really curious to see who that second pick for the Nationals is going to be now at 49. I imagine whoever they were taking here was going to be on an underslot deal, but now I'm more intrigued to see who's going to be 49.
Carlos, you know what I think? I think Mike DeBartolo saw our pie chart. He's like, I'm not going to follow what these guys think I'm going to do. This was our pie chart. Who we thought was most likely to go 1 of 1. 50% Kate Anderson. Ethan Holiday, 30%. Eli Willits at 10%. D-Row, he goes #1 overall. Are you shocked by this?
Yeah, I'm a little shocked by this. I love the upside. Listen, there's bloodlines there, the same with Matt Holliday and Ethan Holiday. I think the biggest thing for me when I watch Eli Willits, we always played a comp game. He looks like an energized Stephen Drew to me back in the day. Stephen Drew went first round, 15th overall. Look at his dad. He could get down the line. You had to pick it and get rid of it when Reggie was running. So he's grown up around the game. I love the bat-to-ball skills like Dan was saying. Jump in, Tone.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned playing the game with energy. He was with Team USA. Those guys were down in Mexico. He gets in late at night and then arrives at the area code games, which is basically like the McDonald's All-American game. Goes out and makes everyone look like they're in a different caliber than he is. And then another area where he showed that was practicing with OU's players. His brother is going to OU. His dad coaches there. And he was around those guys. And a lot of college players said there were days where he looked like he was the best player amongst that group. So I get where it's a surprise because this desk thought it was Holiday. But very, very smart people in the Midwest said there's the same value between Holiday and Willits, similar backgrounds. It's just different tool set.
Well, I think if I'm going high school shortstop, there's not even a question Ethan Holiday's the pick. But if they want to go the route they're working, maybe we're saving money or going a different direction, I get it. But if it comes down to high school, college, all that debate, there's not a debate. Ethan Holiday would have been the best pick. Now they got Willits. This is the guy they wanted. And congratulations to him. He moves on. He's 17 years old. A lot to work with and move on. But I have to say, if I'm going high school shortstop, we listed a lot of guys. Ethan Holiday still sits at the top.
I will say, though, Greg talked about in the pregame show, I think you can dream on this guy being Frankie Lindor.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankie physicality at this age wasn't great. He moves really well in the box. I mean, I put a Luis Perdomo on him. I thought he was more like that. That's to me of his floor. The interesting thing about this kid for me is that we can argue about his ceiling all night long. I think it's a really good floor because he really understands how to play the game.
Yeah.
I think his skills are good, but I think he's a winning player. And so I don't think at times in our industry we give enough credit to players who fall into that category because all we want to talk about is ceilings all the time.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's missing in the game is guys that know how to play the game of baseball. And clearly he knows how to play the game of baseball.